Hi everyone, so I am super excited to show you guys all the really sweet deals that I found at Hobby Lobby. So it's always so much fun being able to shop when things are affordable, on clearance, bargain, whatever you name it. It is such a fun time to shop there right now. Not only do they have the store beautifully decorated with all the wonderful Christmas items, but there are so many really great bargain prices that you can use for the holidays. So let's start off with this right here, $1.24. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Christmas, if you want to be the hostess with the mostest, but you really can't cook everything all at once, pick up a box of donuts, dozen preferably, because it has 12 little hooks, and then you can hang your little donuts on here. I would probably recommend wrapping the dowels with like plastic or something, because some of the dowels were looking kind of funky.
Huh? What?
But it does say it is food safe. And then if you don't want to use it for like baked goods, you can definitely use it for crafting as well. I know a lot of the times when I go to craft fairs, I see these type of display cases that have like your bracelets on there. So I'm looking to the side of my bookcase to kind of show you guys an example. So you can put like store-bought keychains, handmade bracelets, handmade earrings, handmade keychains. Put your little store logo, have some really cute packaging on the bottom, and you have this little setup for your craft fair. I will say it is made out of cardboard, so it's probably not something that's going to be a long-term solution, but I can imagine it lasting a little bit longer. Like if you're using it as a display, I would just kind of like reinforce where the dowels are at, maybe put some like hot glue on there, let it harden so that the dowels are a little more sturdy. Let's stick with the sweet treat theme. In the party aisle, you'll find these candy wrapper favors. You get 6 of them, and these are really cute also if you make jewelry. I was thinking about packaging some like handmade earrings here, so that would be a really cute stocking stuffer. I put a cute little Care Bear sticker on there because I bought another Care Bear sticker book at Hobby Lobby for $5.49. It is a really great deal because you're getting 43 sheets of stickers, which I'll show towards the end of this video. So if you're interested in seeing all 43 pages, I'll post that towards the end of the video. But it is also food safe, so if you do actually make candy, you can definitely put that in here. They do also sell candy wrappers. For 49 cents, you can get 48 sheets, so how cute would that be if you make your own handmade sweet treats? Or if you're a crafter, a lot of us have these little containers, these little circle containers. This is something that my Fairy Craft auntie gave to me. It's so cute. She put these little teeny tiny Sanrio Hello Kitty type cabochons in there. So I was thinking, you know what, you can actually take these if you have like a challenge or, if you're joining challenges, swaps or whatnot, you can turn these into little candies. This is what it would look like. Or you can also just fold it around like this style right here. But it turned out super cute. And then when I was looking at the cabochons even more, I was like, you know what, this would be super cute on these little heart embellishments that they also sold at Hobby Lobby that were on sale. So I'm not sure, is this something where I use like is it E6000? I think that's what it's called. I have never actually used that before, but let me know in the comments down below if this is something that I can use to stick these two, I think, resin pieces together. I do have them in my craft room because, I found some on sale, so they've just kind of been sitting there. Actually, I have like a whole tub full of adhesive that I need to go through. I'm trying to salvage as much as I possibly can as I'm organizing my craft room. So I don't know if I can use it on here. I think that'd be really, really cute. And then they had these really cute recipe cards. I found 3 different styles. They are 49 cents. You get 25 cards and they are 6 by 4 inches. This is the floral design and it's so super cute. And then this is the next design that I found. All 25 are actually the same on this design and it is front and back. And I thought it was so funny because they had this little thing right here called rating. I don't know, for me personally, if something is a 1, I am not putting it on a card, but I will tell you what I made that is actually a 1. So I saw on the news everywhere once upon a time that there was like this ice cream cake that everybody was making. Basically, it was just flour and melted ice cream. So they said that because ice cream already has all of your ingredients with like sugar, eggs, all of that. You know, technically you would just mix the two and you would get this really like yummy type of ice cream bread. And I have to tell you, it smelled absolutely delicious, but when I tasted it, it was so wrong. I was kind of upset that I wasted a tub of French vanilla ice cream. Like with all the sugar and sweetness of ice cream, you would think that it would come out in this bread, but no. Let me know in the comments down below if you tried it, if you liked it. I feel like it needs more ingredients, like more sugar, vanilla, cinnamon, something. It had such rave reviews. Everyone was talking about it at the time, and I was convinced myself that that had to be really delicious. I feel tricked. And then speaking of recipe cards, there are these really great like recipe binders, which I think are an absolutely great bargain. Whether you love cooking or you're just a crafter, this thing has like the page, what are they called? Page protectors. Yeah, it has like over 40 page protectors or whatnot, or at least that's what it says. Let me show you what it says on there. So this is what it comes with. There's 2 different designs, and this would make such a great like Christmas gift for the person who loves to cook in your life. I bought one for my mom and I bought one for my sister, and now that I'm looking at it, like at the store they had like a belly band on it, so I didn't really like look and flip through everything, but you know, now that I'm looking at it, what a great deal. You have like all these pages and different styles, places where you can put like newspaper magazine clippings of your favorite like recipe. The whole process of like recipe books, recipe cards is so super nostalgic. I remember when I was a lot younger going to the grocery store with my mom, they always had like these index cards full of like recipes on there, and so like I'd always pick them up. Even nowadays, like some of the stores still have them, and I feel like it just goes to waste. Like there's so many at the store that I just pick up 3 of each, one for my mom, one for my sister, and one for me. And you know, it's whoever, like you can make like the same recipe, but it always tastes a bit different versus like who made it. So it's always really fun to kind of like share those ideas. Like we try out different recipes and then we just kind of figure, oh, you know, I changed it this way or changed it that way. So it's a really cool, fun way, like after all these years, to kind of like keep up with like recipe books and recipe cards. My mom, when I was younger, had like this little recipe box full of cows on it. And, you know, as I got older and I started getting more into crafting, I would kind of change it up. I would have like glitter on it, and then I'd put ribbon on it, and then I'd change the handle to it. So it's like, it's covered with fabric now. So there was no little cows on it, but it's still there. So it's always fun to kind of look at those type of things. And then even now, I don't really cook as much as my mom and my sister do, but you know, there's always recipes that I like to try out. Like last year, I'm like, I want to make a new dish. So I tried quiche and it was super fun. So I really want one of these for myself now. Now the problem is, which one do I want? The lemon or the one with the food? The one with the food is just like, that's me. Like just looking at that makes me hungry, but it's such a really great deal once again. And then I bought 2 of these pens to pair with the recipe books. As you all know, I skipped out on my Jelly Roll pens that I wanted to buy, but this is definitely a lot better because I was able to get 2 of them and it would pair really nicely with the recipe books, and the ink is nice and opaque, so it'd be a lot clearer on the recipe books. And I did open up one pack because earlier in the year when they had the back to school items at Dollar Tree, I bought this little pen holder, and then I was thinking, you know, I'll just fill it with pens, but then when it's in its packaging, I feel like it's like a waste of space with the packaging, so I just took off the packaging. So as you can see, this is what I had, and then I can add these pens to it. So I'm just going to fill this up, wrap it in cellophane, and put a bow on it. And I also bought 2 sets of each of the index cards that I showed you earlier to pair with this. So super fun. Let's talk about more food. So last week, I guess there was a collaboration with Hello Kitty and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at McDonald's, but I was super tardy for that party. I was only able to get like 2 characters before they stopped the entire promotion with their Happy Meals. And I should also say that in the background, you're going to be seeing all the pages to the sticker book that I showed you earlier, the Care Bear sticker book. So there are 43 pages, and it's a really great deal in my opinion. I picked up my first one online on Amazon. It was like double the price. So for $5, 43 sheets, it's a really great deal in my opinion. So yeah, going back to the McDonald's Happy Meal promotion. So I only got these 2 characters, but I have a whole bunch of like Hello Kitty characters in general all around my craft room. So I feel like now she's getting some friends. So we got Botsmaru and Kuromi. And I will tell you, I am such a huge Hello Kitty fan that on my way to McDonald's, as I'm getting into my vehicle, I hear this noise.
Oh no!
And my pants rip. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's telling me I don't need to eat any fast food, but I'm such a huge Hello Kitty fan that I'm like, let's roll with it. I'm not getting down. I'm just going to go through the drive-thru, so everything should be a-okay. And then when I'm at the drive-thru, I'm like, well, let's get extra order of fries. Let's get extra order of chicken McNuggets. So yeah, it wasn't exactly just the Happy Meal. And then the next day, I was like, you know what? I haven't had like a McDonald's breakfast in like forever. So let's order a sausage McGriddle, and let's also order the sausage McMuffin, which is always like my go-to ever since I was younger. And then I ordered a few like hash browns, and those were like $3.20 per one hash brown. And if you've seen like a McDonald's hash brown, you're like, okay, I could have just went to the store and bought like a whole pack for the price of one. But yeah. So it's actually a good thing that they stopped the Hello Kitty promotion for a while, because it's addicting. I could be going back every single week until I collected all the characters. But it's been years, like, since I've actually been to like the drive-thrus of a lot of these fast food restaurants, and it has gotten pricey over the years. I remember like Happy Meals used to only be like around $3, and now they're like $6 to $7 depending on like what combination you get. It comes with apple slices now. That's new for me. And you can get milk with it, which I actually did because I figured I could use the milk for my coffee in the morning. So yeah, it comes with a really cute container that I hope to upcycle later on. I still need to go to my closest Hobby Lobby. Last time I went, I believe it was on Friday, and they only had just a handful of items marked down. So hopefully everything's marked down by the time I go this week. So stay tuned for that. I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very wonderful day.